Hey guys, it's Miss Cassidus again. So, as you know, last week we started talking about our completely new unit and our completely new story that's called Never Retreat. It is an excerpt or a short version of the story Eyes Wide Open, which is an argumentative writing by Paul Fishman. Here's a little bit of background information about Paul Fishman. Paul Fishman, born in 1952, grew up in Santa Monica, California, and lives in Santa Cruz today. He is the award-winning author of more than 40 novels, short story and poetry collections, and nonfiction books for children and young adults. His Joyful Noise poems for two voices, which celebrates the insect world, received the Newbery Medal in 1989. Many of Fishman's other books explore carefully researched historical settings and, of course, social issues. Now, let's set a purpose for our reading today. As you read, identify the author's opinions about modern environmental problems and about the way many people live today. In addition, pay attention to the historical and present-day evidence that he offers to support his argument. So we would read paragraph 1, and then we would go to the first, contrast and contradictions, which is one of the 3 signposts that we can find in this story or argumentative writing. Notice and note in paragraph 1, highlight in your textbooks the energy sources about which people's attitudes changed. Once you've done that, you come to the online platform and you answer the question about cause and effect. According to the author, why did people later contradict their original opinion of these sources? Once you've done that, we move on to paragraph 2 and 3. Then we have an image of a person traveling on a bicycle. Then we read paragraph 4, and we come to our analyze our subjective and objective point of view, which we talked about last week, but just as a quick reminder, subjective point of view is when the author includes their feelings and opinions in a writing. Objective point of view is when no feelings or personal views are put in there, just basic information. So we're going to annotate in our textbooks in paragraph 4 2 details that show the author is expressing a subjective point of view. Remember, once again, subjective is when there are emotions and feelings and personal opinions put into their writing, and objective is just basic information with no feelings and no personal opinions about anything. Once you've done that, come to the online platform and type in the answer for the critique question. How do these details relate to the author's arguments? Now, once you've done that, we come to paragraph 5, and you'll see that we have another question for an extreme or absolute language. We also talked about this. Extreme or absolute language is language that you use in writing to determine how important something is. Notice and note in paragraph 5, in your textbooks, highlight what the author says in the only time that Americans made a radical change in an energy source. This will be done in paragraph 5. Once you are done annotating, come to the online platform, look for the extreme or absolute language question, and go straight for analyze. Type in your answer to the following question. What is it about his statement that makes it seem absolute? And also explain. Remember, it's always important to give a little more info when you're answering a question. Once you're done, we come to paragraph 6, paragraph 7, paragraph 8. Then you see a picture of a young person buying some fruit in a grocery store. Again, we come to analyze subjective and objective point of view. In your textbooks, you're going to annotate in paragraph 8 by highlighting the 2 examples of non-essentials that the author mentions. 2 examples of non-essentials that the author mentions. When you are done annotating, come back to, again, the online platform and answer the question for analyze. Is the author presenting an objective point of view or a subjective point of view? Once you've chosen one, explain why do you think so? As in, why do you think it's an objective point of view? Or why do you think it's a subjective point of view? Now remember that means that you might have to cite some evidence from the text itself. Once you're done, come to paragraph 9. Here we see a picture of a young lady at a market buying some vegetable-like thing. Sorry, can't really tell in the picture what it is. Paragraph 10. Then we come to another stop where we have analyzed the argument. We're going to annotate in our textbooks by highlighting the question that begins paragraph 10. Once we've done that, we come to the online platform and we answer the question for infer. How does the question suggest the point of view that the author is going to challenge? That same question, you guys, that you annotated in paragraph 10, how does that question suggest to us the point of view that the author is going to challenge? Which point of view is he going to challenge? That's basically what it's asking you. Then we have a language conventions question. Annotate, highlight the two subordinating conjunctions in paragraph 10. Once you've done that, let's interpret what do the ideas introduced by these words add to the rest of each sentence. Then we come to paragraph 11 and 12. Here is another notice and note signpost for us, big questions. In paragraph 12, in your textbooks, highlight two topics that the author thinks you may already know about. Remember we talked about the KWL charts? You know, KW stands for what I know, what I want to know, and what I've learned. So big question signpost is similar to a KWL chart. Once you've found the two topics that he believes you've already known about, you come to the online platform and you look for the compare questions. What do these topics have in common? What are their similarities? Type in your answer. Then we read paragraph 13 and 14, and we come to extreme or absolute language. Notice and note. In the final paragraph, you're going to highlight two words in your textbooks, two word choices that recall some absolute or extreme language from earlier in the selection. Once you've done that, we answer the question, interpret here on the online platform that says, what point does the author make by repeating this reference? The reference is being repeated, so what is the point the author is trying to make by doing so? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed reading Never Retreat from Eyes Wide Open, Argumentative Writing by Paul Fleischman. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.